Hey everybody, this is Right on Purpose Coach Brad Swift, and today we're going to be looking at books to read. I need to give you a little bit of background first about this so you know whether or not this would be a valuable resource for you. For many authors it is, and not for all. So there's two ways of writing and publishing. Many people start off, and some of them stay with just a very narrow publishing where it's Amazon exclusive. Now, I think by most people's agreement, Amazon is the big gorilla when it comes to indie authors and publishing. But they're not the only ones. So nowadays there's a mounting, number of different resources, places that you can place your books so your readers can find those books and purchase them, hopefully. Amazon's the biggest, but not the only one. So there's also not only the narrow, just on Amazon exclusive, but then there's also going wide is the common phraseology, where you're on Kobo, and you're on Barnes and Noble, and you're on Google Books, and you're on Apple Books, and many others, including your own personal bookstore. That is where, if you go wide, where books to read can be really valuable. Their homepage itself, and it says, as it says here, readers crave books. I know I do. I'm always, even if I'm reading two or three books, I oftentimes will go on the internet and look like, what's the next one I want to read, and what's the next one? But finding that great stuff can be hard to find, particularly for us indie authors, if it's all the way, all over the place. But how do they find it? Maybe I don't like using a Kindle. I'm a Nook type of guy, so I want to find a book, that's compatible with a Nook. So this is where books to read can be very valuable itself, both for readers and also for authors. Essentially, what they do, what Books2Read does, is they create a universal link. With the Book2Read universal link, readers can find your book wherever they prefer to shop itself. It's a great resource, and I think many of you will find this very useful. So let's take a closer look at it. Now, if you look up here in the upper right-hand corner, you see that it says logged out. That means I'm already logged into my author account itself. And then next to that, you'll see UBL dashboard. So let's take a look at that. And this is where the magic happens. So how you get started, really quite easy. You take and paste a link to your book in here. What link? Well, most typically it's going to be your Amazon link, because again, most everybody starts with their books there, but it doesn't have to be. It could be one of the other, Kobo, again, Barnes and Noble, any of the other links, and it will use that link to go search for your book and find it not only on that store, but a bunch of other stores as well. So I wanted to show here. So we've got here one that I've just recently put up, Rainforest Shaman, Zach Bates Eco Adventure Young Adult Spinoff. Okay, now right now that book is exclusive. Well, not completely exclusive. It's on Amazon, KDP or Kindle, and PayHip, which is my personal bookstore. I renamed it Porpoise Publishing Bookstore. But if you look at some of these others, let's look down here at Ray-Kit's Initiation, which is one of my perma-free books itself. It's at all these different locations here. Let's just see, PayHip, Palace Marketplace, Vivilo, Mondadori, Angus and Robertson. But again, it's also at the major ones, Apple, Barnes and Nobles, Kobo, Google Play, Scribd, etc., etc. And so what's that look like? Well, let's just click on that and find out. Okay, again, you can see, here again, this is where you can do the work. I've gone ahead and created a customized link itself. So it's books2read.com/RKI. and then you can see the picture itself, and then again you can see all the places where it's there. And for periodically, if you need to, if you've added it to other places, other bookstores, you can rescan for links, and it will add those links about, again, go out and find them and all that. Okay, so I'm going to pause this for just a moment and go back to where we were. Okay, now we're going to look at the Rainforest Shaman real quickly. Book tab itself. Okay, you click on the book tab, and it takes you to this, and this is again what the readers will see when they click on your universal link. You say, get it now, okay? And then again, it gives you information that can, in many cases, will actually come from one of the websites, that they pulled from, but you can also, make changes to that as well. Now, say, get it now, click on that. And it'll come up, and again, you'll see, okay, now I can go to either Kindle or I can go to the PayHip store. But let's go to another one that's a little bit more comprehensive. Let's go down to Rabble here. Rabble has been selling really well. This may be part of the reason. So again, you can see it's Rabble, and you can see the information about that. This is everything equally. If you scroll down, you'll see that there's other books by W. Bradford Swift. They might see something there that, to catch their attention, etc. A little bit of a bio. All that is included in this. And then you click on that, and there they say, okay, great, it is on Kobo. And they can click on that. And they can set that as their preferred store if they want to by just clicking that button, and then they can continue on, and that will take them, where do you think? Well, right to the Kobo store with the book itself. Okay, so again, I'm going to pause this for just a moment. Okay, now we want to take a look by clicking on the author link there, right here, underneath Rainforest Shaman, but you could click on any one of those and it will take you to the author's page. And again, this is quite customizable. I just recently added as the latest release Rainforest Shaman. And again, you'll see the scroll over that. That's a clickable link. That's a clickable link. All that's clickable. That would take it over to where you can find the details about that. And on this page, you can see you can set up various carousels. So this is the Exact Base Equidenture series. It shows everything that's in that series itself, including the little one there. That's the the compilation of the books. Cosmic Conspiracy itself. Oh, just notice that has Babel. Doesn't have Rabble. I'll have to go in and add that because there is a second book there that has not showing up there. But again, you can see other books by W. Bradford Swift. Again, so you can direct people to this link, again, by creating a direct link to this where they can see, all your different books, find out a little bit about you as well. Okay, we're back at the main page where you can, create new links itself. And I've changed it a little bit by going over here to this menu and clicking on clicks. So that shows, the higher frequently one. And here's something that I've discovered, and I don't know this for certain, but I suspect both Babel and Rabble have been doing better than average, of my books. And I've not known why, but I'm suspecting that maybe this has something to do with it because you'll see both of those have quite a few clicks over here itself. So that makes me wonder if people aren't finding it because of Books2Read itself. Again, don't know that for certain. So what do? You create a link. Again, I'm going to go over here to Babel. Okay. You create a link, and then you can also custom name your URL. So this one I've already customized. So the link would then show up as books2read.com/Babel. Now again, it could be that you put in your name of your book and somebody's already taken it because that that title is used on another book. But generally speaking, I've had good luck about that. And then again, you could always put something in there like Babel 2 or something like that. That's the link that you then look and share. That's the link that you can then take and put on your own website. And rather than having to put, okay, if you want this book, you can put this link, this link, this link. This is the link to put. You just put one link universally, and then you can have people go to that. If the book looks interesting to them, they click on that, and then they find all these other places where they can purchase the book itself. Okay. So last of all, here we are at the frequently asked questions if you're, for authors itself. And one of the things I want to make sure I do here is acknowledge who created this. So Books2Read is a reader-facing site featuring discovery tools developed by indie publishing service Draft2Digital. To me, Draft2Digital is one of the fantastic resources and companies that are really here to support indie authors, and this is one of the great ways they do it. Not only their Draft2Digital resources that you can look at more details about that in a different video, but also the Books2Read itself. If you have any questions about this, first place to go is to the frequently asked questions section. Again, go to books2read.com, and up here you'll see a author FAQ. You can click on that. If that doesn't answer your question, or you have a particular question about this video itself, you can reach out to me at brad@wbradfordswift.com. This is your Right on Purpose coach. Hope you found this of value. I'd love to hear from you. What was your biggest nugget that you got out of this video today? Take care.